Hi folks, John with the Wingman115 Channel. Thanks for checking in. I'm really pleased and excited to show you today a lineup from the new 2015 Schrade Knives that will be coming out, I want to guess, late fall, hopefully in time for Christmas. If not, maybe around SHOT Show. I don't know yet. I haven't got a release date on this. But I have 9 knives. And I want to say thank you to Schrade for allowing me to profile these blades and show them to the general public. I know that there's been a handful of YouTubers that have been selected, and I'm very proud and honored to be one of those YouTubers to be able to get this information out to you. Now, there's been a lot of input from folks that review the knives on YouTube and probably from their design staff, and they've listened to you, the purchaser, and they've changed and they've revamped a lot of their line. Now, the first 3 that I'm going to show is part of like their bushcrafters series. This is going to be the SCHF36. Now, I'm going to refer to my show notes because there's not any specs yet out on these knives. What I did was I took a ruler and I did some crude measurements just to kind of give you a rough idea of what we're dealing with. Now, on the 36, we're looking at an overall length of 10 and an 1/8 inches long. The handle is 5 inches long, and the cutting surface of the blade is 4.5 inches long. Now, this is made out of 1095 high carbon steel, which all 3 of the knives that I'm going to show you in the Bushcrafter series are, and it's made out of almost a 1/4 inch steel. So they listened to our request. What they also listened to was that they put a 90-degree spine on these 3 blades. So if you're out there bushcrafting, campcraft, survival, whatever you want to do, they've listened to it, and this will take a spark. Now, these 3 knives come with nylon sheaths, and they also come with a ferrule rod, and they come with a diamond sharpening stone. So that's a pretty good deal there. The stone, the ferrule rod, and the knife. I don't know yet what the MSRP is going to be on these blades. If I know Schrade, it's going to be affordable for the common man to be able to afford. Now, the 90-degree spine, let's see if this works on here. This is brand new, so I'm going to have to break it in. That's not bad. Not bad for having a traction coating on the blade and a coating on a brand new ferrule rod. So that's promising news for Schrade right there. Now, one thing I like about this knife in particular and these 3 knives is that the handles are all the same on the 36, 37, and 38. What makes that great is if you're into modding your knives, and I know there's a lot of folks out there that like the BK series, the BK7s, the 9s, and they love to put custom scales on here. Well, now you have options. With these 3 models, if you have 1, 2, or 3 of them, and you're into woodcraft, woodworking, whatever you want to do, maybe there's guys out there that do custom micarta. You can be able now to make scales, and it'll fit these 3 models for the guys out there that love to do that sort of stuff. The traction coating, I'm not a big fan of traction coating, but I understand it's 1095 carbon steel. They have to ship these from overseas. They want to make sure that it arrives, that there's no corrosion. Some people are a fan of the traction coating. Some people do not like it. I'm going to leave that up to you. It's like pizza. Some people like certain stuff on it. Some people don't. The thing is that it's okay. There's no rules to say, fashion police out there, I got to have coating, I don't have to have coating. If you like it, leave it on. If you don't like it, there's videos out there that will show you how to take it off. Now, they put a nice finger choil on this one, so you can choke up on that blade, do your fine cutting tasks, and you can kind of grip this 3 ways. You can do the forward grip, do the regular grip, and then with a lanyard on there, you can do the aft grip for chopping. And this is a pretty beefy blade, so you're going to get good chopping power on any one of these 3 blades that I'm going to showcase. So this is the 36. The 37 is kind of the big brother to the 36. has the same specs for the handle, 5-inch handle. It's 11 inches overall, and the cutting surface of the blade is 5 3/4 inches. Made out of the same thing, 1095, high carbon steel. Same jimping on the top, same jimping on the bottom. So like I said, you can interchange these grips. Feels really good. The next one in the lineup is the SCHF38. Overall length of 38 is 11 inches long, and the blade is 5 3/4 inches long. And these are all approximates, and the specs will be coming out as these knives are being released. So as you can see, handles are the same profile. Makes it nice if you're into doing mods. All three come with the same kit, with the ferro rods and the sharpening stone. They come with a sheath with like a little survival pocket, little injection molded piece of plastic in there, keep your knife secure. Put your knife in. What I like about this as well is that it comes with a snap, not Velcro. So folks that are a big fan of snaps on your sheath, that's pretty good. So there's a lineup of the 3 bushcrafter knives. Now the 6 I'm going to profile next are a combination of between tactical knives, hunting knives, and you probably could use something as survival. We'll take a look at them and I'll let you decide. Now these 3 knives, or 6 knives, excuse me, I don't really have too much specs on, but I do know the material. All 6 knives are going to be made out of 8CR13 MOV, and that is a high carbon stainless steel. The first one that we're going to show kind of reminds me of the Spartan knives. Do it for Sparta! The 300 right there. That blade is huge. Let's look at it up against one of these bushcrafting knives. I mean, that's a Crocodile Dundee knife right there. And I think it's made out of the TPE handles. It's like a vulcanized rubber. Really grippy. They did a really good job. I mean, the handle, there's no hot spots in this handle. I was playing around with this in camp last night, just wheeling it around, pretending I'm some sort of wannabe Spartan soldier at the gate of Thermopolis, and there was no hot spots in my hand. The jimping on there is really aggressive. Has a lanyard hole in the back, full tang, lashing points here and there. Really cool profile. If a lot of folks follow my channel, you know that I'm into very unique, cool profile blades. Hence the Hawks Hellion, hence the Habilis Bush Tool, or the Tops Tahoma. I love unique blades. This is a really cool, unique blade right here. That is the SCHF38. Now the next one is going to be the SCHF30. Same thing, comes with the TPE slabs for the handle, full tang, kind of like a drop point design, reminiscent of the old hunters that like my dad and my grandfather used to carry. Nice little thumb ramp, good jimping, not too aggressive. And I like jimping that isn't going to rip the skin off your thumb, but you still have a really good grip on that knife. Be a great knife to go out fishing with, hunting. Blade looks to be about 4 inches long, so it'd be a nice blade to carry. And it comes with like a thermoplastic sheath, and it's molded with a belt loop, so it's really nice. And it looks like it has multiple lash points on there too, so you could put nylon webbing through there. The same with the 28. The next knife is the SCHF32. Now last night a bunch of guys came up to camp and we were doing knife talk, doing all the testosterone talk that guys do around the campfire, and I asked folks for their initial thoughts. When I handed this one to the guys, they really liked it. One, they liked the scalloped out finger cuts in the scales. They felt that it was really ergonomic. And it's also made out of the TPE slabs on the scales. It's a full tang, And all these knives again are made out of the 8 CR13 MOV. I just love the profile of the blades. Schrade has come a long way, and they're listening to their customers. And I really love the fact that they're putting these knives in the hands of some of us YouTubers so we can share this information with you, the consumer out there. It has the thermoplastic sheath. Really nice. Next one is going to be the SCHF38. This one has sort of a tactical look to it, almost like a diving knife per se, with like what I want to call a modified tanto tip on it with a little bit of a downward recurve to the blade. Once again, it's full tang, and jimping's in the right spot, thumb ramp's in the right spot. They've scalloped out the areas on the scales, and it's just very ergo to the hand. They've chamfered the top of the scales here as well, so there's no rough edges. They're just doing a really good job. That is the SCHF33. Next up in the lineup is the SCHF34. Now, this comes with a Kydex sheath. I'm going to look at some of my notes. It has G10 handle slabs, and it says it has an index finger groove. I like how they've modified that G10 scales. Kind of looks like that Rocky Mountain tread, kind of that Tops does. Really cool. I love the profile, the sweep of the blade, full tang. Great little tactical blade, a backup blade. Put in a backpack, put in your car. I know a lot of police officers out there are using similar types of blades like this as their backup blades on their duty belt. So that's just a consideration. That's the SCHF34. And last but not least, this is the SCHF35. Similar design, kind of like a modified drop point design. Just really well. Very ergonomic. Jimping's not aggressive. This one also comes with the Kydex sheath. This has been an overview of all 9 of Schrade's new 2015 lineup that's going to be coming out. I don't have a release date yet. I'm hearing rumors maybe around Christmas time, which would be really cool. Get in hands of folks before SHOT Show. I'm hoping. Please don't quote me on that. But in the comments below, list which 3 knives you like the best out of the 9 that I've done a quick profile of. And tell me why you like that design. In the next week or two, I'm going to try to get out individual videos on each one of these knives to give you a down and dirty, real world test on them to see if it's really going to hold up. I got a feeling, compared to all the other Schrades that I've tested out in the past year or two, that they're going to live up to what they say they're going to do. I'm really excited about these bushcraft series. I cannot wait to get them out and to test them and to show you folks what they can do. Folks, this is John with the Wingman115 Channel. I thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.